Hey there, TRASTRA fans. Another day, another wipeout. Market declined about 3.5% over the past 48 hours, bringing its total value down to slightly over $2 trillion. Bitcoin dropped by 3.8% in the same period, reaching as low as 58.3, slightly over 58 as of Monday morning, rather Monday afternoon. This latest dip in value adds up to 13.9% loss for Bitcoin over the last 2 weeks against the US dollar. Ethereum also experienced a downturn, falling to a low of $2,500, slightly over $2,500, after reaching 27 earlier. ETH is now trading at 25.68. Among the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap, Toncoin, of course, took the hardest hit, losing 7.5%. I guess the announcement of the largest airdrop in history didn't do it much good for the moment. So Ton was followed by XRP with a 6.5% loss, and Solana, which fell by approximately 5.73%. The reasons, same old, same old. Those who hodl and hype. Those who trade and make money. According to data from CoinGlass.com, 54,744 traders liquidated, with the total amount reaching $132.49 million by Sunday evening. Out of that, $102 million came from long positions, with almost $26 million of those being Bitcoin trades. Ethereum long positions accounted for $22.84 million in losses, while Solana saw $8.37 million in long liquidations on Sunday. The largest single wipeout happened on Ox, where the ETH trade resulted in a $2.17 million loss. There's also some good news. Google finally lost its antitrust case, which opens a lot of possibilities for smart fintech entrepreneurs, but one thing at a time. Welcome to episode 124 of your beloved TRASTRA Newsreel. I already mentioned that, but here's the scoop that I think. Well, it's not exactly from the cryptoverse. Nevertheless, I think it's going to have huge, absolutely tectonic implications on the entire tech sector, and by association, financial tech, fintech, of course. A US judge ruled last Monday that Google violated antitrust law, spending billions of dollars to create an illegal monopoly and become the world's default search engine. The first big win for federal authorities taking on big tech's market dominance. That's awesome. The litigation's been going on for almost 10 years now. The trial started in 2020, so as you can imagine, there's no way for me to cover this whole thing in the news format. But if you want to know more, make sure to follow Metzdollar on Twitter, a consumer advocate by heart and calling who specializes in big tech. So do yourself a favor, follow that guy. He's awesome. Crypto leaders and White House officials met for the second time in the month on Thursday. Government officials such as U.S. Deputy Secretary of Treasury Wally Adeyemo, National Economic Council Director Lyle Brainard, White House Deputy Chief of Staff Bruce Reed, and Vice President Kamala Harris's Director of Legislative Affairs Christina Lucius attended the virtual meeting. Representative Ro Khanna, a Democrat from California, organized the event, which also included Ripple executives Brett Garlinghouse and Chris Larson, Uniswap CEO Hayden Adams, Stellar Development Foundation CEO Janelle Dixon, Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire, and billionaire Mark Cuban, Coinbase Chief Legal Officer Paul Grewal, and former White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci, among others. There were lots of people, so there's a bit of an airing of grievances, but the crypto industry attendees also spoke about use cases and policy outcomes, including what regulators should be looking for, as well as a focus on jobs and economic impact. So on Friday, Celsius asked the U.S. Bankruptcy Court of the Southern District of New York to order Tether to relinquish a total of 57,000 and some change Bitcoins, or award the present value of all Bitcoins, some $3.3 billion at today's price, according to a court filing. The case concerns a loan agreement between Celsius and Tether that allowed Celsius to borrow stablecoins to operate certain critical aspects of its business, according to the lawsuit. In the filing, Celsius alleged that when the market crashed in mid-2022, in the 90-day period prior to Celsius's bankruptcy filing, Tether insulated itself from the impending bankruptcy by making a preferential and fraudulent transfers of Bitcoin. Needless to say, Tether disagrees with the whole thing and is planning to fight the suit. So it's just funny. I thought I'd mention it. Here's a fun one for you. Russian State Duma, the lower chamber of the country's parliament, approved 2 cryptocurrency-related laws on August 8th. One legalizes mining, and another is an experimental regime that confers power to the Russian central bank to authorize companies for cross-border payments with crypto. Crypto mining can start November 1st, but only for national companies and individual entrepreneurs registered with the Ministry of Digital Development. If an entity is not registered, it can operate mining rigs as long as it does not exceed energy consumption limits. Very interesting news. Limits are region-specific and subject to the size of the operation, so we'll follow that situation closely. Interesting. The price of XRP surged 26% last week as a New York federal judge moved closer to ending a 3-year securities lawsuit against Ripple Labs, widely called for some reason a victory for the industry. On August 7th, a judge ordered Ripple Labs to pay a $125 million civil penalty and said the firm was permanently restrained and enjoined from violating United States securities laws. As part of a case brought by the Securities and Exchange Commission, XRP rallied to 63 cents after the news, recouping most of the losses from the broader crypto downturn since August 5th. As of Monday afternoon, XRP is trading 56 cents. Still, Ripple Labs CEO Brett Garlinghouse is happy. This is a victory for Ripple, the industry, and the rule of law. The SEC's headwinds against the whole of the XRP community are gone, end quote. That's what he said on Twitter. Well, if a $125 million civil fine and an injunction is a win, well, I guess good for Ripple. I don't know. And to celebrate, Ripple has begun testing its stablecoin Ripple USD, RLUSD, in private beta on 2 blockchain networks, Ledger and Ethereum mainnet. An important detail, according to Ripple, quote, RLUSD has not yet received regulatory approval and therefore is not available for purchase or trading. Please be cautious of scammers who claim they have or can distribute Ripple USD, end quote. So be cautious. Here's an interesting piece of news. Over the past month, starting from July 11th, 2024, a staggering 99,308 Bitcoin valued at $5.96 billion has been withdrawn from exchanges. Currently, CryptoQuant.com's data shows that centralized exchanges are holding 2,679,880 Bitcoin, worth approximately $161 billion based on Bitcoin rates as of today, Monday afternoon, August the 12th. The last time reserves were this low was during the Bitcoin bear market of November 2018. I guess people are getting smarter and just finally learning about cold storage. That's a good idea. India demands 722 crore Indian rupees, that's roughly $86 million, in unpaid taxes from Binance. Binance, along with numerous other offshore crypto exchanges, was banned in India in January 2024 for non-compliance. However, in April, Binance revealed its intent to restart its crypto trading operations in the region after paying pending taxes. On August 6th, the Directorate General of Goods and Services Tax Intelligence, that's a regulator authority in India, demanded $86 million from the equivalent of $86 million from Binance under the Goods and Services Tax Act. Additionally, Indian authorities sent email notices to Binance offices in Seychelles, the Cayman Islands, and Switzerland, which the crypto exchange, of course, ignored. However, Binance later appointed a local counsel to officially figure this thing out, so let's hope they do. Here's a cool one. Ireland-based electronic money institution Decta and French fintech Next Generation will launch a new crypto euro-pegged MiCA compliant stablecoin. It's going to be called EUROT. I'm going to call it EUROT on the Stellar blockchain and 3 other platforms. Next Generation is closely affiliated with Tempo Finance, another European fintech that initially launched EUROT with the Stellar Foundation as one of the first stablecoins in 2017. However, the stablecoin project was eventually suspended due to a lack of regulatory framework. Implementing MiCA provides new opportunities and a green light for this whole thing. Voila, this is great news. Tether plans to double its existing workforce by mid-2025. The company has historically operated a, let's call it, streamlined team currently consisting of just over 100 employees in 50 countries. However, the company recognized the need for strategic expansion because of the substantial growth that saw Tether generate a record $5.2 billion profit in the first half of 2024. By mid-next year, Tether plans to double its workforce to around 200 employees, with a substantial focus on enhancing development, investment, and compliance teams. Interesting. Samsung has teamed up with Illuvium, a popular Web3 game, to promote its Web3 television bundles. Announced on August 9th, Samsung Web3 TVs have integrated support for Illuvium's NFTs, allowing users to view their in-game weapons. Illuvium's alluvials and suits from Illuvium's 3 incorporated games. Samsung will also announce its strategic partnership with Illuvium at the Gamescom convention in Sydney, Australia later this month. Illuvium will also feature permanently in Samsung's booth at the event, allowing attendees to demo its 3 games, Overworld, Arena, and Zero. And just so you know, the price of Illuvium's ILV token is up 10% in the past 48 hours, so wink wink, not an investment advice, not by any means. And finally, an Airbnb host, Ashley Class, that's the last name, Ashley Class, banned crypto mining at her property after guests racked up a $1,500 electric bill. Class posted a video to TikTok explaining that she had realized why the bill was so high when she looked at the footage from her outdoor camera and saw that the guests had hauled in over 10 computer rigs. She had said the guests were 5 stars all the way before she saw the electric bill. It turns out that it was cheaper for them to rent a house than to pay for electricity. The amount of crypto mined during this nifty operation remains a mystery, although I suspect it wasn't much because Class in the end charged them and took the matter up with Airbnb. So all in all, if you plan on stealing electricity, be a true self-sovereign and steal from the state. Not an actual advice, it's a joke. I can't stress this enough, it's a joke. In that same direction, speaking of self-sovereignty, CanTV, a Venezuelan state-owned ISP internet service provider, has reportedly started blocking traffic to Binance, one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in the world. The company, which controls a significant portion of the Venezuelan broadband market, has left thousands of Venezuelans without access to their savings and even P2P, peer-to-peer markets, which are popular among those using crypto as a savings tool. There's an easy moral here. Do not use crypto as a savings tool. Don't do it. Use it for value transfer. Use it for payments and trading. Crypto is a terrible store of value or inflation hedge. And even though there are some gizmos out there that actually allow you to transfer crypto via an SMS rather than the internet, still, you don't hodl it. Trade it. Just don't hold it. Why would you want to hold it? Trade it. Earn with it. That's why TRASTRA is here to help you with all that. And I'm going to stop here. I think I've held your attention for long enough. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube, like our content, follow us on social media, become a member of join our Telegram community, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.